This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace.
Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. Hope you guys are all doing well. As you guys might be able to see, we have some upgrades here in the studio. We got a brand new light, as well as some new sound blankets, also a brand new space to review products. So I'm pretty excited. Excited to shoot some cool new videos over the next couple weeks, so stay tuned if you guys aren't subscribed already. Definitely consider subscribing. We're gonna be publishing multiple different videos over the next couple months, so I'm quite excited for that. But nonetheless, we actually went down to San Diego a few days ago to hang out with one of my really good friends, Nate. I've been friends with Nate for almost 3 years now. Basically since I moved to LA, I've been really good friends with him. We went down mostly to just kind of hang out and have fun, but we did take some photos and shoot some video as well. And I thought I'd make a video for you guys just kind of describing to you the benefits of using a professional model for a shoot. Now, if you guys recall any of my previous videos, you'll notice that I do talk a lot about shooting people who aren't models because that's more common for, most people. But, I do have the benefit of living in Los Angeles where there are a lot of really talented people, including professional models to work with. Now, a lot of these people I consider my friends, Nate included in that. And I just kind of wanted to explain to you guys why it is so nice and so beneficial to work with someone who knows what they're doing. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time, hop into the video. I'm gonna show you guys some cool photos that Nate and I have taken over the years and just explain to you guys why it's worth it, why it's worth it to invest if you guys are interested in potentially shooting with a professional model down the road, how to get going with that. So as I said before, we went down to San Diego to take some photos with Nate, but I think what I really want to talk about, especially with him and a few of the other people that I've shot, specifically since moving to Los Angeles, is, why are they so much better because they're professional models? First and foremost, I don't want to degrade shooting, photos of your friends or family or really anybody. This isn't a video about that. This is just a video explaining kind of my experience working with professional models and why I see them being so beneficial and so valuable. I think a lot of people wonder why they get paid so much or, why, they are on the cover of this and that. And, honestly, it just comes down to being comfortable in front of the camera. A lot of the very best models necessarily aren't the best looking people on planet Earth per se. They just know how to move in front of the camera and they know how to make natural movements look really good. Something about Nate that I really enjoy, that what he does is he just moves ever so slightly, but when he does, it just feels very natural and it doesn't feel like it's forced whatsoever. And that's something you're definitely gonna notice when you're shooting with someone who, gets paid regularly to model in front of the camera, is they know how to move and feel natural in front of the camera. And if you ask them to do something, they know exactly what to do. Another thing that I definitely would say I've noticed and experienced working with professional models is they understand what they need to do without you really even telling them. It's much more of a collaborative effort versus you kind of having to explain throughout the entire photo shoot. Not to say that's bad at all. I have quite a few videos on how to do that. If you guys wanna watch any of those, I'll link those down below. But what I mean is it's a very collaborative effort and you can try kind of unique and interesting poses and ideas for photos. You're working with somebody else who knows what they're doing very well and you know how to take photos to the best of your ability. You definitely get good selects to choose from, I would say. But I also think another reason why I've definitely noticed professional models really just understand what is being asked of them. And they know how to replicate that in a way that's unique to them. Each of us are individual human beings. We're interesting and unique and we have different ways of doing things and expressing things. You can explain to them like a vision that you have for a specific shoot, how you want them to feel, how you want them to act, kind of like the aura that you want these photos to give off. And they can really take that and run with it. I think that's the sign of a really good and talented model. Now, I've definitely noticed this throughout the years of me taking photos of various different models, but especially ones where I'm on kind of bigger sets with, models that are getting paid quite a bit of money. They know exactly what they're doing. And, they've already been given an entire deck of images and, sample photos and poses that they're going to be asked to do. And they follow it to a T because that's what they do for a living. I want to say again that this isn't degrading anybody else. From my experience, when you work with someone who gets paid to do something on a professional level, they're gonna show up every day and they're gonna do it to the best of their ability. And when you do that over and over and over again, you really start to notice how amazing it is to work with somebody who really kind of gets what they're doing, And I think that just kind of opens up creative doors as the photographer and as a team of people that may not have been otherwise open. Now, as I said, I've taken many photos of Nate over the years, and I've been able to take tons of different photos of him in various locations and times of day and, different styles. And you'll just notice they all kind of have this really natural feel to them. And I think that's something that I really enjoy about him, as well as a few of my other friends here in LA. I love people that can just make any sort of movement really natural and really carefree. It makes it seem like you're just kind of hanging out with a friend rather than, something super ultra posed. I like things that feel a little bit more candid, feel a little bit more in the moment. And again, when you're working with someone who does this professionally, it opens the doors to try many different things. And no matter what they're going to be doing, it's going to feel candid because they know how to make it look that way, if that makes sense. So Nate, as well as many other people that I've met here, are assigned to modeling agencies. Now, what that might mean for you as the photographer is you can reach out to, agencies directly, and most likely some sort of agent is going to be responding to you. And they're gonna be able to help you find someone to take photos of. It's called a test shoot, and I do a lot of these. When I first met Nate, I went through his agent, and I also went through just someone else that I knew that knew him. A lot of the people that you'll take photos of, especially in bigger cities, they kind of all know each other. And once you take photos of one of them, they kind of introduce you to everybody else, and all of a sudden you have tons of different people to take photos of. So that's definitely my advice for you guys as photographers if you're looking to take photos of models, especially professional ones. Reaching out to agencies is usually how you'd get a hold of most of them, but sometimes it's easier actually to just reach out directly to the model themselves. I've done both. I would probably recommend that you do both, honestly, especially in the beginning, because it's going to allow you to have multiple different options and ways of communicating. Whoever responds first, you can just roll with that. A lot of times though, when you will DM someone on Instagram, for example, you might get a response like, oh, can you contact my agent? They'll give you an email address. That's also great. That's a great time to send that mood board over and really kind of convey what you're looking to do with this specific shoot. So obviously right now isn't the best possible time to take photos with random people. I wouldn't necessarily suggest that at all. What I would suggest though is putting together a plan for when it's okay and safe to go out and take photos again. Something like a mood board or, a treatment or a pitch deck, which essentially just lays out your ideas. You guys can use Google Slides, which I'll link down below. I use that all the time for making decks and treatments. But I would just honestly recommend pulling a bunch of images that you really enjoy from your favorite photographers' websites, compiling those somehow, whether that's in Photoshop or even literally as something as simple as Microsoft Word, and sending that to whoever you're looking to take photos of. And you're most likely going to get a response because it shows that you've put in the effort and you're also determined to kind of create this vision and make it come to life. I'll have more information on kind of this entire process in terms of picking a model and shooting an entire shoot with them in the coming weeks. I'm pretty excited to release that. I know that's been kind of a video that you guys have been looking for a while now. But really, I just wanted to explain to you the benefits of using a professional model, why they're actually worth the money and the time and the effort to get in contact with and set something up. So hopefully that kind of shed some light on that. Thank you so much as always, guys, for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Thanks again to our sponsor, which is Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are looking to create a custom website from scratch without all of the coding and hassles that come with it, Squarespace is by far the best choice out there to make a beautiful website. They have easy to use templates which make creating a beautiful theme that much easier, 24/7 customer support for all of your questions, and tons of design and layout options to really make your website stand out. With it now being 2020, I think it is the perfect time, if you haven't already, to make your own photography website to be able to display your work in a professional way. If you guys want to check out the link in the description, you can receive 10% off your first website or domain purchase. Thank you so much for watching, guys, as always, and we will see you in the next one.